Night Watchman. How you doing, buddy?
DJ LeRoy, how are you?
Good, good. You know what, Night Watchman? We're going to be having some serious stuff happening next year when we have this, I guess, new round coming up with, let's say, the new administration coming on board January 1st. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that they're actually going to be looking at is going to be education, like particularly the chancellorship for the New York City public school system here in New York City. Mm-hmm. You know what? We should really have a little conversation with some of the educators. What do you think?
Let's do that.
Okay. You know, one of these guys is funny enough. His son went to school with me, and you know what school I went to, Night Watchman. Is that correct? I know. I know.
You're part of this, what they call the Stuyvesant Mafia.
Exactly.
Behind the scenes, they rule New York City from the shadows. We know.
Yes, indeed. Well, one of the guys who actually had my guy participate in that, Alex Kent, is none other than his father, Saul. So you know what? Let's bring him out here. Hey, Saul, how you doing, buddy?
I'm fine.
Good.
To be here and speaking with you.
Well, thank you. And you know what? Saul, he was born in 1931 in Brooklyn. BK in the house. All and he attended New York City Public Schools, PS 16, PS 191, and Thomas Jefferson High School in East New York. He graduated from Brooklyn College with a BA in 1952 and an MA in 53. Saul, you got to tell us the secret. How the hell did you just do your master's in just 1 year? 1 year. So, Saul, what I really want to know.
I didn't write anything. I just took the oral. So it.
So that was your secret. Well, you know what, Saul? Being that, like I said, certainly we can certainly say that educators never really get their just due. Saul, I want to hear about your journey. How did you become an educator here in New York City?
Well, it was a different way then, and I believe a superior way.
Okay.
Because you had to test to get in.
The
test was very rigorous. If you didn't get the short answer part right, which was a general knowledge in all fields, you were out. If you got that right and your essay part where you dealt with educational theory and matter, you were out. If you got through the written, you had to go through the oral, where you were tested by two supervisors who were in education in the city and a speech professional, so that if you didn't pass with the speech person, you were out. And then you had to get both of those experts to say that you knew enough and were capable to teach.
Gotcha. Yeah. And so, Saul, do tell. So initially, you actually were a teacher in the classroom, but then you evolved and you became part of the administration. So tell us about that journey too.
All right. The unfortunate thing in education for a teacher is that if you really want to get a raise, you have to stop teaching and become an administrator. And an administrator, though there are aspects of teaching to it, an administrator is in business. All the courses are similar to business administration. Because you're running an organization when you're running a school.
Well, Saul, I want to also find out this now.
Yes.
One of the things that you're also going to let's say, become part of the system and hopefully also, as you say, get a salary increase, would you say that the administration understood the needs of the students they were serving, or was there a lack of that in a number of cases?
I don't think it
And
was
why
any,
sometimes the how should I say?
I
No,
don't think
tell
it's
me.
any
Do tell.
different then than it is now. Uh, the professionals are very good at selling what they know people want to hear. It doesn't mean that they're doing anything that is important. And it's the
Mm,
same in every field. You have the quarter at the top, you have the quarter at the bottom, and you have most of us in the middle. And
yeah.
right. And once, I was teaching in junior high school. The most brilliant students in most of my classes in this junior high in Brooklyn, which had the highest achievement rate in the city.
Okay. Okay.
These children had to be having IQs above 135, 2 years advanced in math and in reading to be in this class. So you think, oh, I have all geniuses. As soon as the class got started into work, that curve came out clearly. There were 25 who were the best, there were 25 who were the lowest, and there were the people in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So setting a high level for this to occur is the thing to do. But to expect there'll be a difference is also to be thought about. The principal at that school at that time was always upset with the teachers who had these special progress classes because he said, how can you give them 65? How can you fail them when in an ordinary class they'd be at the top? So he would try to get us to accept 75 as the low grade in that class.
So Saul, back up. So you're telling me that literally administration would want you to, let's say, pass students, even though they may not necessarily have been able to cut the muster, have a grade that was passable?
Yes, that's about the way it was. Yes. But the
Wow.
teachers didn't listen mostly.